Alright guys, subscribe here back again today, back again with another double upload, 2 days in a row. Smash the subscribe button for that one, on the road to 22,000. But today, just a short video, wanted to discuss the signatures in the game that are coming up over the coming weeks. I believe there's a CoD Champs 2020 pack coming soon, not exactly when this is going to drop, but I thought it was kind of interesting. I did mention this a few days ago, but it seems like the Huntsmen team, the Chicago Huntsmen, do not have any signatures in the pack, and I really am wondering exactly why this is. Intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, because there's a couple of reasons going around. We haven't heard anything official on this, but it is kind of strange given all the other teams have these signatures in the pack, but the Chicago Huntsmen don't for whatever reason. So if you guys aren't aware of exactly what's going on here, they're adding this CDL Champs 2020 pack that's coming in, so you get some legendary weapon variants. You can have this ring on your weapon, you can have this well, charm that is supposedly what the Call of Duty Championships trophy is going to look like this year. Much more underwhelming than the previous CoD Champs trophy that we've had lifted in the past. Hopefully this isn't the actual one they're going to use at the event, but it probably is, all things considered. But as you can see up here, the CDL Champs 2020 is here. Play like a pro with 3 CDL blueprints with pro approved attachments and many more items to celebrate champs. Pack contain M4 HDR M19 blueprints, 2 charms, 55 player signatures from 11 teams. The one team missing, of course, being the Huntsmen. 3 calling cards, 3 emblems, and 3 sprays. So as you can see here, there's these emblems here that we looked at the other day for the different teams. The Dallas Rattle one is kind of entertaining. You guys can feast your eyes on this for a second. We've also got these calling cards, the same thing for the Dallas one here. I like the Seattle one. I think the Minnesota one's kind of cool as well. So let's go on to these signatures then. If you guys follow Counter-Strike Global Offensive at all, you'll know that every single time there's a major that comes along, which I suppose is roughly equivalent to champs. Then again, you've got 2 majors a year in CSGO. Every single player that's going to be competing at the major gets the opportunity to make themselves, well, write a signature, and then on the back of that, you can then buy those stickers to put them on your weapons and that kind of stuff. So essentially copy and pasting this idea. Pretty cool stuff, to be honest. There's a number of these that you can look at. There's a whole link I'll leave linked down below for you guys to look through every single one. Intriguingly here, though, which I thought was interesting, was that Karma has a signature, which shows that they've been preparing this for quite a while, right? They must have had these signatures a while ago, because, of course, Karma no longer in the starting lineup for the Seattle Surge, but at the time, I think the 5 players were the 5-man team that it was at the time before Karma retired, which, of course, begs the question, if there are no Huntsman stickers available, is it just because they missed the deadline, which sounds inconceivable, to be honest, given clearly they've done this for a long time ago, and if Hector and the guys on the Huntsman wanted to make this work, I'm sure they could have been able to do so. So, you know, that is an interesting question as to what's going on here. As this discussion says, the team with the biggest fan base doesn't have one. They didn't submit signatures on time, so supposedly Troy Sender, so the coach of the team, said he wasn't allowed to talk about it, so it's most likely not the reason. Probably something to do with earning profits off of them, if I had to guess. Some of the CS players have had problems with, like, basically how the revenue share works between the developer, between the organization, between the individuals. And as Corona CDL Intel says in reply to Sean in this thread, had to have been something along the lines of them believing their signatures are more valuable, like they didn't believe the amount Activision would make off the names would benefit the org. So maybe something to do with the revenue sharing situation, but quite interesting, I suppose, to see, you know, Huntsman going against the grain, being the biggest organization in the CDL, deciding for whatever reason that they're not going to go with it. And I highly doubt they just missed the deadline or did something like that, because if that was the case, I'm sure the Activision, Blizzard, and the CDL would have wanted them to be there, so maybe they could extend the deadline or do whatever, and maybe they'll still be added to the pack, but doesn't look likely at the current time. To finish off the video then, I wanted to actually share this clip with you guys about champs on LAN, potentially Hex and Andy Miller on this NRG Duo podcast. Of course, Hex most recently joining as a co-CEO, so these are the guys that are running the show right now at NRG, and they talk about exactly, well, what's going to happen with champs on LAN. We've talked about it over the coming days. Scrap seems to think it's online, so does Celium, but Hex has always been kind of convinced that they're going to do their best at the very least to make it happen on LAN. Nothing confirmed as of yet. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new. As always, I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
One can only hope, man. I just want to know the decision. You know, it's cool that, you know, 12 entities have 12 brain powers have to come together and agree on one thing. I think this is the way it should be. If there was 13 teams, it'll make it easier because there would be a tiebreaker. I guess the league would be the tiebreaker in a situation like these, like this one, where, you know, if 6 owners and other 6 owners disagree on something, then the league steps in and flips the coin. I don't know, but I think that it would be a well-welcomed scenario if we were able to play the championship online. I'm sorry, on LAN.
Yes. We will decide very soon.
Very soon. All right, man. We're